No need to shout.
What's going down? It's your boy vtriplei, and today I'm finally making a Boruto video. Now, I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I was initially going to make this a two-part video and break down chapter 49 to 55, but one, a lot of writing. Two, I assume that most watching have read the chapter, so at this point it'd be a little bit redundant. And three, tomorrow comes out a new chapter, and I kind of have a new video style I want to try out. So instead of me just doing like the whole 49 through 55, what I'm gonna do now is just summarize it real quick and just give my thoughts on the arc thus far. So yeah, man, thank you so much for watching. Let's get to the video. So right now I'm about to give you a quick summary of chapters 49 through 55, and then I'm gonna kind of get into my thoughts of each character. I'm gonna call it a day. So first things first, chapter 49. Isshiki arrives in the Hidden Leaf, and he's searching for Kawaki. Naruto catches him first, and they have a little bit of a battle. And Boruto joins the fray and manages to teleport Isshiki to a whole another dimension, with Sasuke and Naruto following. Since Boruto is Momoshiki's vessel, Isshiki plans to feed him to the Ten Tails in order to plant a divine tree. But Naruto ain't letting that happen, so he activates his new power, the Byron mode, and he beats the brakes off of Isshiki before Kawaki tricks him, causing Isshiki to die. But two things happen. Well, really three. First, the Byron mode causes Kurama to lose all of his chakra and life force, so he passes away. Boruto gets possessed by Momoshiki and stabs Sasuke in the Rinnegan. And last but not least, Kawaki loses his karma completely. That happened in another chapter, but now it's completely gone because his next parasite, which was Isshiki, he's gone. While Boruto is possessed by Momoshiki, Sasuke and Kawaki battle Boruto until Boruto can recover his body. Once he recovers his body, they manage to put down Momoshiki for a little bit longer, and Boruto and Kawaki use their combined chakra to teleport Naruto and Sasuke back to the Hidden Leaf. But Ishiki's not done yet. He goes to the next one in line, which is Code, which is another part of their organization, who's guarding the Ten Tails, and Isshiki basically gives him the instructions, which is to carry on the path of his people, the Isshiki. And what will happen is either Boruto or Kawaki will be sacrificed to the Ten Tails like Isshiki planned to do, and then Cole will eat the chakra fruit and become a god, basically an Isshiki. So yeah, man, let's do a quick breakdown, and I'm gonna kind of get into these characters, man, because even though this is a short video, man, I have a lot of theories I don't think was really spoken on, so I'm just gonna go down character by character. First things first, Boruto. I was reading Boruto before a lot of people got onto it, and I'm not trying to say that to be cool or whatever. I'm saying that because I enjoy the juxtaposition between Naruto and Boruto. Naruto was the kid with nothing that got everything. Boruto is the kid with everything that's going to probably have nothing and have to figure his way out and become a man through that process. Kind of like Vegeta, but without Frieza on his back, you know what I'm saying? So I'm so curious about what's going to happen to Boruto. Is Boruto going to go down the dark path and have a hand in the destruction of the leaf? Or is everything just going to be out of his control and things just happen and now he has to fix it? Next character is Kawaki. Kawaki seems like he is kind of drinking some of the Hidden Leaf Kool-Aid, and he is now a part of the Leaf. But I wonder, well, how does he become the person who brings all the destruction to the Leaf? Will Code radicalize him? Will Kawaki eventually accept that he is a creation that was meant for the Isshiki, and that's what makes him go down the dark path? I don't know. But what we do see is that Boruto and Kawaki have a bond, and that bond is not going to be strong enough to save the Leaf. Next thing, Naruto. RP to the Nine Tails. When Naruto didn't have nobody else, he had the Nine Tails. And the Nine Tails, at the end of the day, cared so much about Naruto that he gave him the last of his life in order to make sure that he got home to his family and to his village. So shout out to the Nine Tails, RP to the GOAT. But now that Naruto doesn't have the powers of the Nine Tails, will the other villages start an uprising? Because think about it. Naruto has managed to make peace in the land, but the peace was probably because they seen what he did during the Fourth Great Ninja War. So now that he doesn't have that power, I wonder if they're going to be like, all right, bet, it's our time to strike. I mean, he still has Sage Mode. He's still a very powerful ninja, but controlling the strongest tail beast is a real big deterrent for a lot of villages. So I'm very curious to see how that goes. Maybe he'll go back to the Toadland and really find a new way to use Sage Mode. I don't know, but a lot of things are going to be happening in this series. Shout out to Sasuke. Sasuke lost his Rinnegan, basically the second deterrent of the Hidden Leaf. And yeah, with that gone, man, what's his role going to be now? Because he can't go back and forth through dimensions. He just can't now. Is he going to get enough? Is he going to find Madara's corpse and take his eyes out? Like, what is he going to do? Is he going to take his daughter's eyes? He's not going to take his daughter's eyes. That'd be crazy, though, right? Like, oh, man. And and if he does come back to the village, I feel like there's a lot of people who still have a dark feeling towards the Uchiha. So will that help or will that harm? So, and also, what is he going to train Boruto on? Is he going to train Kawaki and Boruto? I'm very, very curious about that. Next, Code. Code seems like he's going to be a problem. And I gotta know, how does he infiltrate the Leaf? From the last chapter, I want to say 56, it looks like he has a whole set of really, really strong android ninjas at his disposal. So I'm very curious. Is he gonna go through? So I'm very curious. Is he gonna be like Kabuto and just spy on villages, get his information like that? Or is he just gonna do a frontal assault and just hide in the shadows and just wait it out until he gets a chance to strike? Or will he possess either Boruto or Kawaki very low key and just take over the land from there? So many ways this can go. Isshiki, is he really dead? I don't think so. I think that somehow, some way, they're gonna bring him back. So let's talk a little bit about Amando. Amando, is he really being honest? He seems like he has dark intent. Like, even although he's giving them all the information so far, he's the one giving the information, and he already can be a liar. So is everything he's telling them about the Isshiki clan, about the Karma group, is it true or is it false? I really, really wonder about that. Secondly, will he try to bring back Isshiki once he starts working with the Hidden Leaf scientists? That could always be a possibility. And my last thing, well, this is a little bonus for me. What is going to happen to that Jiraiya clone? What is he going to do at the Toad Mountain? I'm so curious about that. So yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got, man. We have a new chapter coming out tomorrow, so I will make a better video, well, more in-depth video about that chapter. And I'll just join the fray, man. Every month I'm gonna try to do a review on Boruto, Super, and every week I'm gonna do a Marvel property. So yeah, man, this is what I think so far. Well, before I go, let me say what I think is gonna happen. I think they're gonna have a time skip, and I think a great conflict is gonna draw everybody into a massive battle with Code kind of pulling the strings, kind of like Obito. And it's not going to work out the same way it did with Obito. This is going to be a battle where all of the villages lose, and the last person left to kind of get rid of is Boruto. And he's going to be the one who has to lead. And during the whole, and I think what's going to happen too is that during that 5th Great Ninja War, Boruto is going to like just pull himself completely out, not even be involved in it. And he's going to have to come back to the village in order to find out what happened and how can he fix it. And that's when he's going to have that battle with Kawaki. But that's my only prediction right now. More chapters. We got a long way to go, guys. So I could be totally wrong. I could be totally right. Who cares? Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for your support during these trying times. Please like, follow, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Thank y'all so much for watching. vtriplei. Please follow, like, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.